As one of the richest men on the planet, Elon Musk has been the center of innovation and technological advancement for decades. His company's contributions to space travel and transportation have been pushing the limits. Elon's business has been so successful, he has amassed the kind of wealth most people can only dream of. With a net worth of over $160 billion, there's little Mr. Musk can't afford. Today we're going to take a look at the life of Elon Musk and how he spends his billions. Let's get it on. Now, if you like these videos and want to see more, then make sure you leave us a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on post notifications to be the first to watch all our new and exciting videos. I will be replying to every comment on this video as well, so good luck. Humble beginnings. Elon Musk is one of the richest men on the planet, so it's hard to believe he started out just like the rest of us. Born in Pretoria, South Africa, to a South African father and a Canadian mother, Elon's parents separated when he was just 9 years old. He spent his youth in South Africa, where he picked up an interest in computing early on. By the time he was 12, Elon had sold his first video game called Blaster for $500. By his own reports, he was an awkward child growing up and had to deal with school bullies and other issues. However, he never let his childhood troubles prevent him from having a good future, and he later headed overseas to further his education. Creating an empire. Elon Musk bagged degrees in economics and physics at the University of Pennsylvania. He thought about furthering his studies and considered Harvard, but picked Stanford instead. It didn't take long to realize school wasn't for him. He believed in the prospect of the internet, and he couldn't resist the urge to go start his own company. He went on to co-found the first software company called Zip2 with his brother Kimball. This marked the beginning of a successful career in business, as the company was acquired by Compaq shortly after for $307 million in 1999. Elon Musk walked away from the Zip2 deal with $22 million and the zeal to do more in the tech industry. His next venture was an online bank called X.com, which merged with another company called Confinity to form the PayPal we all know today. By 2001, PayPal caught on as a payment facilitator for eBay, providing smooth payments for users online. It became so successful that in 2002, eBay bought the company for $1.5 billion. Even though he was fired from PayPal, Elon was worth over $160 million. Armed with all that cash, he chose to invest in a future most people couldn't even imagine. His next great idea was for a company that could reduce the cost of space transportation to enable the colonization of Mars. A daunting idea at the time, he stuck to his gut and went on to create one of the few privately funded companies to send astronauts into orbit and the International Space Station. He also joined the electric automobile manufacturer Tesla, and he believed in electric vehicles so much that during the early days of Tesla, he provided the majority of funding for the company. That investment has paid off, and Tesla has been massively successful. In 2020 alone, the company brought in revenue of $31.5 billion. His latest company, Neuralink, is his most ambitious project yet. Neuralink is developing a brain chip that will be implanted directly into the user's brain to achieve various effects. The company hopes to provide help for people with a wide range of clinical disorders. If successful, Neuralink could help push civilization's years into the future with its revolutionary technology. Elon Musk is a significant figure in other companies like The Boring Company and OpenAI. Pooling his resources together, Elon Musk has a net worth of $182.3 billion. Exotic vehicles. Now we have a pretty good idea of how he amassed his fortune, we can now talk about how he's been putting it to use. As someone who has been a champion for electric vehicles, you would think he doesn't own any cars that run on gasoline, but that's not the case. Elon has a very impressive garage of some of the best vehicles money can buy. His first purchase from Zip2 days was a sleek 1973 BMW 320i. It might not be the flashiest car, but it was the first of his many luxury vehicles. Following the success of PayPal and its acquisition by eBay, Elon Musk celebrated by getting a 1997 McLaren F1. This vehicle was the fastest production car in the world at the time and cost around $800,000. An avid James Bond fan, Elon was fascinated with the 1976 Lotus Esprit dubbed Wet Nelly when he saw the car transform into a submarine in The Spy Who Loved Me. The car was a prop and cost around $100,000 to build, but Elon bought it at an auction for almost $1 million. Some other gas-powered exotic cars he owns include include a stunning 2012 Porsche 911 Turbo, a 2016 Hammond BMW M5, a 1920 Ford Model T, and a 1967 Jaguar E-Type. Electric vehicles aren't left out of the mix though. He owned Tesla's first production car, the Roadster, until it was shot into Earth's orbit in 2018. The Tesla Model X, the 2021 Cybertruck, and his most used car, the Model S, completes the list of cars we know he owns. Real estate. Any billionaire worth their salt knows the value of a solid real estate strategy. For someone with plans to colonize other planets, Musk has an impressive real estate portfolio here on Earth worth a staggering $100 million. His first residence is a Bel Air home that he bought back in 2012. This gigantic 20,248 square foot home set him back $17 million. Amenities include a tennis court, a huge entertainment center, a beautiful swimming pool, and a variety of other high-class facilities you would expect in a massive modern home. Although Musk has other properties in Bel Air, he has shown no indication of moving out of his current house just yet. The next property he snapped up belonged to deceased Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory actor Gene Wilder. He bought the lush Bel Air mansion for $6.5 million in 2013. In classic billionaire fashion, Musk used the building as a school for his 5 sons who studied there with their private tutors. In 2015, he bought 2 mansions directly adjacent to his original property for $4.2 and $20 million in a bid to provide more privacy for his family. Together with ex-wife Tallulah Riley, Elon purchased a spectacular boomerang-shaped house in California. The Brentwood property, situated just north of downtown Los Angeles, cost the couple $3.7 million, but was sold sometime later for $3.9 million. In 2020, Elon posted a tweet saying he would sell all his physical possessions and would no longer own a home. As shocking as that revelation may sound, the tech billionaire kept his word and sold all 3 California homes for $41 million while listing other properties on Zillow. Ad Astra. At this point, it's already been established that Elon Musk is an eccentric billionaire sitting on lots of cash.
You're Elon Musk? I am?
This makes his decision to create Ad Astra, a non-for-profit experimental school for children at SpaceX headquarters, totally on brand. Reputable sources say kids at Ad Astra work together in groups and explore unconventional subjects, including robotics and artificial intelligence. Students aren't graded at the school, and if the kids don't like a particular class they're taking, they can simply switch to another class. So far, there are only about 40 students enrolled in the school, including Musk's kids. The other students are children of SpaceX employees and other people from the Los Angeles area. He opened the school without fanfare in 2014 after pulling his kids from their California school. The school is fully funded by Musk to the tune of $500,000 annually. Mars City 2050. Elon Musk has always been vocal about his belief in man's colonization of other planets. His Mars City project is the culmination of his life's work at SpaceX. In several tweets, Elon talks about plans to build a city of 1 million people on Mars by 2050. SpaceX and NASA have been working on reusable rockets called Starships that could be used to sell humans to Mars. Elon Musk believes in the prospect of man colonizing the red planet so much that he envisions a future where cost-effective space travel will be available to anyone. If the Starship project comes to fruition, it would be the most powerful launch system ever created by man. Each rocket would produce enough thrust to send more than 100 tons of supplies and 100 people into orbit at a time. This project is a massive undertaking and promises to provide new resources and jobs for thousands of people. Elon himself estimates the cost of this city to range between $100 billion and $10 trillion. Philanthropy. In the days immediately after briefly becoming the world's richest person, Elon began altering his image as a philanthropist, going out of his way to donate to the less fortunate. This one area of his life shows a deviation from his fondness for privacy and his relatively unremarkable past works of charity, despite being one of the wealthiest people on the planet. Elon appears to be on a donation streak, moving so fast that beneficiaries are often left perplexed when the check drops. He is always on the lookout for good causes to give to. In fact, he gave out $15 million in prize money to the winners of a global learning competition, which is designed to boost open source educational software. Elon has also made widely publicized gifts. For instance, he gave $10 million to the Future of Life Institute, a nonprofit devoted to keeping artificial intelligence beneficial to humanity. He has also donated $10 million to sponsor the Global Learning X Prize and more than $6 million to the environmental advocacy group Sierra Club. As someone who promised to give away half of his fortune, Elon has his work cut out for him. Half of $182.3 billion is a lot of money to go around. On that note, we have come to the end of today's video. If you have even a portion of the wealth Elon Musk has, how will you spend it? Tell us in the comments below. Also, remember to click that like button and subscribe to the channel.